up, YouTube? What's up, Patreon? What's up, Angels and all the Angelina Jordan fans? What's going on, Dave?
Hey, buddy.
Hey, man.
How are you?
I'm really good.
Oh, right on.
We'll figure it out one day, and I won't walk over your intro. Oh.
We're out. We're back in.
Camera cut. Camera came back. We're having too much fun.
Yep.
So, as per usual, brought Dave into an Angelina Jordan video, and it's live, and I'm hoping there's a band, but if it's just in front of like a band setup, that's cool too. That's cool too. You know how we do.
Yeah. We'll see what we get.
But a couple disclaimers. So I'm going to pull up something right here. Oops.
What are you pulling up here?
What's going on here? There it is. I don't know why that wasn't working. So I'm going to pull this drum kit up, and I'm going to talk about how this Gretsch drum kit does not have a porthole in it, but it does have what looks like an AKG egg on it. I'm guessing by like the kind of hole things here.
I can't see real well from...
Yeah.
Probably be able to see it from a better shot after.
But it's going to be interesting because like when I think Michael Jackson, I think very like poppy drums, very like... You know what I mean?
Yeah, this is very much like a jazz.
It's very
style.
much a jazz setup. Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't get much like attack or like a definition out of like a kick drum that doesn't have a porthole in it.
I mean, it's
so
much less. You're gonna need a lot more of that sort of sound, that like that low end, that kind of that
more
push,
like a feeling,
more of a
like it has a beater, so it'll still go into it. But and if this isn't a precursor to how this video is gonna be, we are about to do some pausing, but it helps with all the copyright and all the stuff, so I do have to an extent
for the algorithm
and everything.
Service the algorithm.
So it is what it is. But don't forget to like and subscribe. You can check me out on Patreon as well. The link's in the description box. I've also got all of Angelina Jordan's links in the description box, and like double check them. Make sure you follow all of them because all her content, she organizes it very well from like a management perspective, and just like you don't want to miss anything. That's the big thing. So. But yeah, here we go. Let's see. Heal the World live from LA. This is a Michael Jackson. I'm interested to see how she does the cover, but we'll talk about that after.
Thank you so much. It's an honor to be part of the first virtual royal visit from Norway to California. Now more than ever, we need cooperation and innovation to find solutions to our common challenges. Thank you.
That was very well said.
That was well said, but you know what I want to say?
Huh.
One thing that was bugging me about that...
The reverb.
The reverb
was
as a
on,
live sound tech. It's like somebody didn't mute that.
Yeah, that's cool. It's cool. It's because it's probably like a take off the live broadcast.
Oh, I'm sure. I mean,
what I mean?
It's a very minuscule thing that not many people are probably going to even be like, what? But I'm like, hey,
you know what, though? It does sound like she's singing into a 55, though. I will say that.
Oh,
it sounds like she's right in front of the microphone.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's cool. So.
Which you kind of have to be with one of those guys.
Yeah.
So.
Yep.
To California. Now more than ever, we need cooperation and innovation to find solutions to our common challenges. Thank you.
There's a place in your heart, and I know that it is love. In this place, it was brighter than tomorrow. And if you really try, you'll find there's no need to cry. In this place, you will feel there's no hurt or sorrow.
She is like the queen of using her breath to drive emotion. You know what I mean? Like there's so much support, but it's like she leaves. There's a lot. It sounds like she takes like a full diaphragm of breath, and she lets the breath guide the note, but then the note doesn't have all the breath in it. It's like she can separate the two almost. Sure. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Okay.
But it just adds to the emotion that she drives. You know what I mean? Like this is now a very emotional performance.
Well,
right?
her voice is just so full sounding
Yeah.
all the time. Like it doesn't ever sound
thin.
Like it's
even artistically thin. Like not as a bad thing. Just
yeah,
it's like it's always very rich, right?
Just there's a certain fullness, and a depth that she always seems to have, no matter what. So, yeah,
She's an old soul, twice removed.
Ah.
I can't remember what song I stole that from.
There are ways to get there if you care enough for the living. Make a little space, make a better place.
Great low tone.
Hear the word, and make it a better place.
Nice. that little nuance there, that the better place, it was so tight, and just like those little nuances like that is what separates like pros from like the rest of the world. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's the attention to the little tiny details. I dig that.
I make it a better place.
Yeah.
For you and for me and the entire human race. There are people dying. If you care enough for the living, make a better place for you and for me.
Okay, so I have questions for your producer hat.
Okay.
So she goes from this like very like almost like full voice, chest voice top note down to like almost like whisper tones again. And so like I'm curious what you think of that from like a storytelling perspective, or like if you were like producing this vocal. Listen to this again. Listen to this again.
There are people dying.
See? Full voice.
If you care enough for the living.
Well, I mean, it just increases the amount of intimacy that you feel with the singer. Like when you hear that whisper sound, like it just our ears tend to perceive that as, you know, something. Usually it's something close to you, right?
Important.
And something, that's being conveyed, like you know, it's a secret, it's a whatever. I don't know.
Gotcha.
But it's it definitely makes it seem more like a one-to-one, like she's singing, you know, right to you.
To you, yeah. I gotcha.
Exactly.
I gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. I dig that. I dig that perspective.
Make a better place for you and for me. If you want to know why, there's love that cannot lie. Love is strong, it only cares of joy for giving.
Great
If
falsetto.
we try, we shall see. In this bliss we cannot feel fear or dread. We stop existing and start living. Then it feels that always love's enough for us growing. Make a better world. So make a better world.
Wild, man. And like so if we're talking about the roller coaster, she's going through like the kind of second big like kind of build, right? And she's adding a lot more than just dynamic. So it's like now she has that breathy support on top of the notes. Instead of before or after the note, it's like with the note now. And that just adds to how tall the vocal sounds, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? Like it's another layer of substance that she's adding for this like roller coaster. So it's like instead of building with more runs and like bigger notes, she wants to keep it intimate. And I'm even thinking like, you know, like the message like heal the world, but she's making it very intimate.
Yeah.
It's almost like the
one-on-one.
Yeah, I'll use like the if you want to change the world, you got to start with yourself. Another Michael Jackson shout out, the man in the mirror thing. But you know what I mean? Like it's like it's the whole thing drives the same message, and it's like it's cool that she's building to, in my opinion, she's building to another climax without adding like the typical like just more runs, held notes, you know, singing louder. Like she's doing it in her way now, right?
Yeah.
It's cool.
Yeah.
And like you said, it's bringing us closer to the performance. I think. I think that's the purpose of it.
Well,
right?
it just seems like a much smaller. And you know, I was gonna say, we were talking about the drums at the beginning of this. There's no drums.
There's no drums. Yeah.
It's just a piano. It's a vocal.
But it's a vibe, man. It's a vibe.
But that is part of that very intimate, quiet. You know, it wouldn't have the same effect of the whispery singing if it was, you know, a full band going.
Yep,
right?
exactly. Absolutely agreed. Absolutely agreed.
Heal the world, make it a better place for you and for me and the entire human race. There are people dying. If you care enough for the living, make a better place for you and for me.
Great run. Wow.
For you and for me.
Great performance, man.
Beautiful.
Great performance. I dug it. And I appreciated your perspective on like what you were saying about like, you know, bringing us in or bringing us closer, that kind of a vibe. Because like I said, like it really drove it home where it was like you're speaking to the world, but you're making it very personable.
Well, you got to, you know, if you're going to convince the world, you got to convince each person one at a time almost. Right?
Exactly.
So,
Exactly.
yeah,
Huh.
yeah.
No, I dig that. I dig that. I am not upset at all that there was no band. I really like the arrangement.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, sometimes, you know, you don't need everything. Sometimes it's too much.
Yeah.
You know, you just need just the basics just to make it, you know, keep it simple.
Drive the message.
Drive the
Less is
message.
more.
Sometimes less is more.
Yeah, exactly.
There you go.
Yep.
There you go.
But no, I appreciate that, man. I appreciate you watching that one with me.
Yeah, man.
Looking forward to the
That was
next
great.
one. We'll see
Absolutely.
everyone again soon.